Please begin.
Okay, first off, I'm gonna give around some candy. So, present some stuff.
That's the best presentation.
I do.
Thank you.
The white one?
They're all the same inside. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, okay. They're all black.
We're all brown with a white center.
Alex, is this what happened? Alex, is this just a time killer?
Okay. Okay. So my original oratory is going to be on animal cruelty and how it is bad. So, did you know that every year thousands of young and healthy greyhounds are killed because they are injured or lack racing potential? I do not know why anyone would want a dog to die. Saving an animal is saving a life. First, I know that animal cruelty is always bad from the problems of the abuser coming into play or how it affects the animal. So yeah, I'm going to be explaining today how all forms of that are bad. So today I'm going to be talking about the problems of animal cruelty. First, there are the problems. Animal cruelty is directly linked to the problems of the abuser. So this is a quote. So anyone who has accustomed himself to believe that the lives of living creatures are worthless are soon to come across the belief that human lives are worthless, wrote humanitarian Dr. Albert Schweitzer. Many studies have shown that in many cases, murderers have tortured or abused small animals when they were young. Animal abuse is not a result in personality flaws, it is a result in deep mental disturbances. A deep mental disturbance is a mixture between anxiety and depression, and usually happens in a stressful situation. Usually happens in a stressful situation. 1 in 15 people suffer from mental illnesses or mental disturbances. Now this is very bad because they are controlling their bodies and minds, such as increasing their risk in suicide and also possibly their effects on animals. Animal maltreatment is usually the tip of the iceberg for an individual or family member that is in trouble. Knowing that all these forms of family abuse are directly linked to animal cruelty. Animal cruelty or abuse used to be trivialized by saying, it's only a dog, or boys will be boys, but people must realize that animal cruelty or abuse must be taken seriously. But some people do not take it seriously. I do not know why anybody would want to abuse an animal because they are useful. They, such as in social healing or mental healing or growth in your social life, in improving your self-esteem. Animal cruelty is pretty much I think of it as taking all your anger out on your sweet grandmother, and on top of that, you won't gain anything from your grandmother like you might from an animal if you don't abuse it. So now that we know that the abuser comes into play with animal cruelty, how does it really affect the animal? Animal cruelty affects the animal physically and mentally. For physical attributes, there is malnutrition that comes into play with lack of feeding, and that can lead to bone deterioration and in some cases death. A majority of animals will die every year in lab testing, and lab testing there's loss of body parts, hair, and even in some cases death. 100 million animals die every year from lab testing. With the mental attributes of how animal cruelty affects animals, there is head bobbing, loss of sense, loss of appetite, fear in humans, and overly aggressive behavior. If you had a dog, or if you do have a dog, would you want it to be constantly scared or aggressive because of what you have done? No animal should be treated this way. I believe, in my own opinion, if people actually knew what was happening to animals from animal abuse, a majority of the people would stop the abuse. Now, what happens to the animals from animal abuse is very shocking. Now, how will this affect us in the future if this keeps going on? In the future, new generations or breeds of animals are created daily, and those new generations or breeds will be more mentally disabled and aggressive than other breeds because of how animal cruelty has affected its past generations. According to J.P. Walters, Our animal population will decrease by 15% in the next 100 years. in the next 100 years, if animal cruelty rates keep increasing. I do not know why we would deliberately ruin like future generations of animals that are useful, such as pet owners, such as pets. Studies have shown that pet owners have studies have shown, such as walking your dog, pet owners have a decreased risk of heart disease. They also have a less stress, less anxiety, and even a lower blood pressure. So if you want to be better off in the future, like physically or mentally, animals are crucial. Animals bring joy, support, and even protection. But if we continue to let animal cruelty take over, they will not be here in the future to bring us these gifts. As you can see, I believe strongly that animal cruelty should not exist, and I hope you agree strongly with my opinion. So, does anyone in this room want thousands of young and healthy greyhounds to die every year because they are injured? I want all of you today to leave this room knowing that animal cruelty is always wrong.
Yeah.